Your tour group has just arrived at Odawara Station from Tokyo. As the group makes its way to transfer to the Hakone Tozan Railway, you get a glimpse of a large bronze statue with a thick greenish patina outside the west entrance. Just another samurai on horseback, you say to yourself, and move on. Not so fast. That statue commemorates the famous leader of the late Hojo clan, who at one time united the area. Ise Sozui, born Ise Moritoki, was also known as Ise Shinkuro. Later he acquired the more recognizable name of Hojo Soun. He was a Japanese daimyo or feudal lord, and the first head of the later Hojo clan, during Japan's Sengoku period. He was thought to have been a native of Kyoto, from the Ise clan, that served under the Ashikaga shogunate. Some accounts state that Soun never actually bore the name Hojo Soun during his lifetime, but instead it was conferred posthumously by his son and successor, Ujitsuna. Others have insisted that after conquering Izu, he adopted the family name of Hojo after getting ordained as a Buddhist monk, as well as the first name of Soun. Apparently, Issei was trained by monks from the Daitoku-ji and left Kyoto during the Onin War. He traveled to Suruga with 6 followers and joined his brother-in-law, Imagawa Yoshitada. Yoshitada was killed in battle in 1476, and Issei decided to side with Yoshitada's son Ujichika, who was only 6 years old at the time, and the samurai that were chosen to protect him until he could rule. Yoshitada's cousin, Oshika Norimitsu, wanted to take control, but reluctantly backed down. This was only temporary, however, and when Norimitsu again tried to seize control from Ujichika in 1487, Issei responded by murdering Norimitsu. Ujichika expressed his gratitude by giving his uncle Kokokuji Castle and allowing him to expand his fighter group and use the character for Uji in his name. Ise then adopted the name Nagauji. In 1491, Ise was able to take Horigoi after the death of Kanto Kubo Ashikaga Masatomo, gaining control of Izu province. After building a stronghold at Nirayama, Hojo Soun secured Odawara Castle in 1494, which would become the center of the Hojo family's domain for nearly a century. Legend has it that in an act of treachery, he seized Odawara Castle after arranging for its lord to be murdered while out hunting. He is credited by most historians as being the first Sengoku daimyo. Soun then took Kamakura, the old shogunal capital, in 1512. In 1516, he laid siege to the castle of Arai and became virtual master of all Sagami. In 1519, Soun died in Niriyama Castle and passed on the newly built Hojo domain to his son Ujitsuna, who subsequently changed the clan name from the original Issei to Hojo and posthumously renamed his father to Hojo Soun. In 1521, Ujitsuna built Sounji Temple dedicated to his father. Hojo Soun was a more benevolent ruler than most, and earned the goodwill of the peasants by lowering taxes from 70% down to 40%. He is also known for composing the Sounji Dono Nijuichi Kajo, or Lord Soun's 21 Articles, a collection of do's and don'ts intended for future followers of the Hojo clan. Soun's descendants maintained dominance over the Kanto region from their Odawara stronghold until 1590, when they submitted to Toyotomi Hideyoshi, another warlord of humble origins, who began life as a peasant and sandal bearer. Hideyoshi's siege of Odawara was a crowning achievement in his career. He passed away in 1598, and his clan's national influence would ultimately be overshadowed by Tokugawa Ieyasu. Although the Toyotomi clan's supremacy lasted only a generation, the Hojo clan had successfully ruled the Kanto for 5 generations. The Hojo Soun statue is located outside the west exit of the Odawara Station, where tour buses and taxis pick up and drop off passengers. It's one of the largest statues in Japan, being 6 meters tall and weighing 7 tons. The 3 bison with their horns on fire recall the tactic that Soun used to make the defenders of Odawara Castle believe that his army was larger than it was. The left stirrup and saddle are embossed with the Hojo crest, consisting of 3 adjoining equilateral triangles representing dragon scales.
This is the east exit at the Odawara train station. Lots of foreigners here. This is a large group. You can see that guy ahead with the flag bringing them all in. This is the painting of the stairway. This is the main area where you can get your tickets for the Shinkansen. There's always these shops, places to get snacks, drinks, whatever. As I said before, you could practically live in one of these places. Sleep on the bench. Eat at the little restaurants or stores. And we're crossing over to the west side in order to pick up the bus to return to the house. But this is the way it would look on a typical day. If you need to get coffee, you can go over there. If you need to get tickets or recharge your IC cards or Passmo cards, you can go over there.